Hello guys, today in this video we will discover about n8n. It is going to be our n8n series episode number 1. So let's dive into it. So first of all we have to come to this URL which is n8n.io. Then we will click on get started for free. Now it will ask you just some basic details and I will type them. Just give me a second. I will fast forward it and it is now starting. Now it will ask some basic questions. They are not important as much, but let I come the questions. We get to this window. This is the main homepage of the Nathan. For creating any automation, we have to first create workflow. Currently, it is only 14-day free trial, but in later videos, I will show you how you can use it freely for forever. But let's dive into it. So first we will go to create workflow. Then this is add first step. It just simply means it needs a trigger. Now what is trigger? So in anything, anything that execute or start the workflow is called the trigger. So here we need a trigger if we want to start a execution or workflow. So first we will click on this. Now we have multiple types of trigger. We can do it manually. We can listen it on a app event, on a schedule, on a web call, on form submission, and a lot more. Currently, I will go with the first one, trigger manually. Trigger manually will only work when we click this test workflow. Now, as soon as we choose our trigger manually function node, it appears like this. Now, as we can see, only triggering is not the only thing that we want to do. We have to make automations. So first we see how we can add more APIs and more automations in it. So we click on this plus icon and we got too many options. Let I make it simple. So, as with our first workflow, we will not make it too much lengthy or overwhelming. We will just make it a seat to mail automation. Anytime the row is added in seat, it will directly insert, it will directly send a email to the user whose email address is written in that rows column. So let me see. So first of all, if we search seeds, here we have Google Seeds, and the point to be noticed is here we don't only have seeds. Here we have multiple options in the multiple areas. Like I say, LinkedIn, Instagram. Instagram is face come with Facebook triggers, so Facebook and so on. So let's first take our seed trigger. We need a trigger. Here we have all actions that we can do with the help of seats. But we need trigger. A trigger that work only when the row added in workflow in seat. Here we have the our purpose trigger on row added, and we also want that the a trigger will only work when the row added. So this is our workflow. Let's click on. So this is our node. Let's click on it. Now we can delete this. Yeah, this is our trigger. So let's click on it. Now it is asking for credentials. So if you're new to it, credentials are simple. Credentials are just login and signups that this app needs to verify our identity. So we will click on create new credential, and now we have to sign in with Google, and here we select all and continue, and the connection is successful. Now it is connected. As simple as that. So as soon as we added our credentials, we have now only work to make a automation with all this stuff. So first we will have to add credentials that we already done. Now we have to select document. Now for tutorial purposes, I made this uh, new Google account. So I have to add one seat. So for this, I will go to seats dot new. By the way, it is a little bit internet hack that if you press seats or docs or slides, even if you want to make a new meet, you just have to write meet slides seats docs dot new, and it will appear. But we need seats, so seats dot new. It will open a new seat. We will give it a name, YouTube 1. Okay, now we will add email, email, name, message. Too much simple, nothing complex. So we have added email, name, message. Now we have to fill some emails, name, and message, so it will work, and we can see it is working or not. So I have filled some email and name and message just to save time. So after making them, we will go to our workflow, and in our workflow, we will choose document from list. So we have document named YouTube 1. We can see we have a seat named YouTube 1. So YouTube 1, what is the seat? Seat is seat 1, and trigger on which trigger it should be on row added, on row updated, on row added or updated. We have to do it on row added. So let's do it. Now we have this fetch test event. It is like a run button. When we run it, it will fetch all the data from there. See, it fetched all data from there: name, email. If we want, we can send them their message too. But let's say we will add now mail. So after seats, we will have to add mail. I am adding my Gmail, and here we have dozens of options, but we have to just focus on send the message. Now, if it asks credentials, again the same way that we have done in seats. After selecting it, here we have email name message. So first of all, Gmail account message send to. Now here we need email, but I have to use my this email node. But if I want to use it, I will not use it in fixed, because in fixed it will look like this and it will not work. So every time when we have to enter a variable, now what is a variable? Variable is a box in which you can store anything. It is whether your email, name, message, or anything that you can think. So variable is just like a box. In that you can add anything and so on. So in email variable there is email stored. But if we want to use variable which are dynamic, we have to use email. Oh, sorry, we have to use expression, not fixed, because fixed doesn't allow variables. Fixed just take it as a string or as a text. So we will take expression. So JSON.email. Now, if we go here, it will show us email. Now subject. I am leaving subject because it is not important right now. We have to add message. Again, we will drag the message, or we can add the name in subject, like I will add hi. Okay, so now it is all set. So this is our workflow. Now we have to test it. Now how can we test it? We will use test workflow. Wait a minute, I will just open my Gmail too, so it will be easy for us to see it is working or not. Okay. Now it is time. Now it is time to try it. But if we want to test it, we need to click this button, that is test workflow. By clicking test workflow, its trigger become active. Actually, what happens is that if you can focus on this little option, it is inactive, means it is in testing mode. But if we are in production, we will activate it. So anytime somebody makes a query, it will generate the whole process. But currently we don't need to activate it. We just need to try it sometimes when we are testing. So we will use test workflow. So let's test workflow. So sorry for the interruption. Actually, my laptop battery goes down, so I have to plug it on. So this is our result to MN to NM to XYZ. These all are the emails, and this is my original email, and it is showing I watched your YouTube video and commented amazing. But as we can see, there is a attribution that this email was sent automatically with n8n https n8n.io. Can we remove it? Yes, we can remove it in just a second. But I think the video is quite long, so we will see this in next part of this video. Plus, we will also see in next part that how to make AI agents. So, if you want to make most out of anything and go to its peak, then don't forget to subscribe this channel. And if you gain some insights from this video, then please like it. And I will see you in next video. Peace.